Today I'm going to show you how to build your pricing strategy in less than 1 hour. Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm the founder of PricingOS.ai, and we help B2B entrepreneurs and product managers to build their pricing strategy in less than 1 hour. You may know already our landing page that you see here in the screen also, but you did not see the new update we just released. Previously, when you clicked on Get Started, we had a sign-up wall, which was asking you to create an account before you could try out our software. This is now gone. We directly guide you into our process of building your pricing strategy, and you do not need to create an account or pay for the software at first. Means you can experience our software now, and I'm going to show you how you can use it. So once you clicked on Get Started, you see here that we asked to drop your documents. Means we want to have a pitch deck, a business plan, or any other product description you might have. If you do not want to share that with us, you still can start from scratch. In this case, you are asked to start a recording, or you can just type in whatever your company is doing. So for example, you could type in here, we help B2B entrepreneurs to build their pricing strategy in less than 1 hour. With this information, the AI starts to work. Obviously, this is not a lot, but it already selected professional services as the most likely industry. In this case, it's not correct. I would switch to SaaS. I would type in our company name, which is Alman Consulting GmbH, and we have a website, but that's not important information, which is PricingOS.ai. We have several other ones, but for this product, this is the correct website. Maybe you've recognized that I'm typing in the company name here and not the product name, because the product name comes later. So once it knows something at least about your company, all of these information is not mandatory except the company name. You can directly start to build your pricing strategy. And now, since you have not uploaded any document, it has no pre-fills. So the task here is to answer the questions the AI has for each and every step. We have a 9-step process that guides you to the correct pricing strategy, and in each process step you have specific questions. So we are here in the product description, and the first question is, what's your product called? So very easy question. You could now go on and answer the second question, how does your product work? You can either type it in or do it via voice. Or in this first step, but only in this first step, we again give you the opportunity to make a voice fill and describe your product in one go so that all fields are all auto-filled. This you wouldn't need to do if you upload a document, but in our case, it would make sense. So I would start the recording here. We help B2B entrepreneurs and product managers to price their product in less than 1 hour. PricingOS.ai is a software as a service in which the user goes through a 9-step process that guides him to the perfect pricing strategy. After filling out the 9 steps, the AI has enough context to help him with all pricing decisions he has to take, and he gives the user a perfect price range in which he can offer his product. Afterwards, he is in our software where he has a continuous learning system that helps him with personalized to-dos and weekly tasks to improve his pricing proactively, but he also has a chat function and a guided workflow with which he can optimize his pricing or ask the AI any question he might have. So for example, in case he needs to make an offer to a new client that is very specific, he can ask the AI to help him to create that offer. So with this context, all fields can be pre-filled. So what it does is it takes your loose sentences understands them and optimize the input for the questions. You can apply all fields, and now you can look into the question again and see how it is answered with your voice input. So as you can see, all questions are pre-filled now. It selected the product type SaaS, and you can say how confident you are with the product marketing positioning at the moment. So for us, it is still exploring. The better you think you are, the better the confidence score of your pricing gets. But obviously, you should better look into the stuff again if you're not sure. And now the main strength of our software is that in every step that you have to take here, you are pre-filled with information, so you do not need to think about how to answer this question. The AI gives you a first starting point, which you can refine. And then after you have answered all the questions or refined the answers that were pre-filled, then you can get AI feedback. So with clicking on this button, the AI starts to evaluate how good your answer is, and it gives you an overall score on how good you solved this first step product description. This AI feedback is available in every step of process, and you can use this completely for free. So the costs of the AI at the moment are paid by our company. So we kind of help you to build the pricing strategy. And obviously, we hope that when you are happy with the result, that then you use the software continuously. So now the consultant gives us feedback. It says it's 62 points out of 100. A good range is everything over 70 and below 90, because there is no really 100% answer. So what it says is you have a clear product concept and a well-defined workflow, but the answers lean on process descriptions rather than outcomes and defensibility. So this is an overall feedback, and yet now you can go into these specific questions where it says, okay, it's a strong name, it's a good structural clarity, but here is a real issue. So what result can the client expect? From the voice input I gave the software, the answer here was users receive a perfect price range for the product, ongoing personalized guidance to improve pricing proactively, and the ability to quickly generate custom offers for specific clients with AI assistance. So what it says is that a perfect price range is a dangerous claim because no pricing tool delivers perfection. That's true. And sophisticated B2B buyers will immediately distrust it. I would not agree 100% here, but fair point. More critically, perfect is unmeasurable. That's true, which kills your pricing power downstream. Also true. What does success actually look like in numbers, margin improvement, revenue lift, and time saved? This is now very, very hard for me to say because in every industry, this is a bit different. But what I can say is that when you go through this process, I personally completed in less than 30 minutes. So that's why I say in under 1 hour, it gives you a very good starting point for your pricing strategy. So what I would adjust here is to give it a bit more quantitative approach. Users receive, we delete the word perfect. Users delete a pricing strategy for their product in less than 1 hour. Full stop. Afterwards, in our continuous learning system, they receive ongoing personalized guidance to improve pricing proactively and the ability to quickly generate custom offers for specific clients with AI assistance. So this is now, in my opinion, way better. And we could also look into this answer now again, but for the purpose of this video, this should be enough. You click afterwards again on Get AI Feedback to see if you have improved with the new answer. So at the moment, we had 44 points out of 100 with too vague and missing numbers. So I hope that with our new approach of giving it a quantitative answer and also cutting out the perfect part but making it a bit more descriptive, the score should be way higher. And the score of the question 3 is way better. So it still says that it is missing numbers. That's interesting. And also interesting is that the USP, it still says that it is missing numbers, so he wants to get more in-depth information about how it can lift, for example, your revenue or your profit, but I would not go with that. For me, at this point in time, it is fine. And then I click on next, and now it asks you to create a free account. So we do not need a lot of information here, but in order for you to save the progress you already did now in your pricing, it is important that you create an account. You can do that via Google, which would be just 2 clicks, or you can type in your email and your password, and then you create an account. And afterwards, you go directly into the ideal customer profile. It takes the information that it already knows now about your product through the context you gave it with the documents you uploaded or the voice input and the answers you gave in the first step of the product description. And now he uses all of these information in order to pre-fill the questions he has in the ideal customer profile. And then your task is only to read through the pre-filled answers to the questions, understand why the AI thinks that this is the correct answer. So you can also click on why the answer is what the AI suggested. And then you refine the answers, you get the AI feedback from the consultant, and then you go to the next step where the whole process again accelerates a bit with the new information. Important note, this seems to be a very long process. And I get it, the first questions are very tough because this is market research, you're not sure about the answers, and you think the AI should maybe help you more here? Or why does it need to be so many questions with so long answers? The reality is all of this needs to be done when you want to create a great pricing strategy. And we already do the major chunk of work with letting the AI work in the background and pre-fill the questions. It gets way easier once you get to step 5, because from step 5 on, it has way less questions and they are way easier to answer because they are way more supported by AI. Obviously, the first steps are quite hard if you give not a lot of context or if you are not sure about what you're doing there. But the second important note is you can't just click through these first 5 steps and then hope for the best. Because if you let the AI pre-fill everything and you do not check this, then the pricing strategy will be off and you will not be satisfied with the result. Shit in, shit out. Pay attention to it. Take your time. You are not in a rush. You did not pay for the software yet, and you can take your time. The progress is saved in your account, and you can go whenever you have time, step by step through the process. And with each and every step, it gets easier. I promise.